Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, "There's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the ABBA Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of ABBA Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For our live educative section under the topic, let's educate our farmers.
And so I like to say good morning to you, good night to you, and wherever you are, I'm greeting you according to your own time. I'm live on both platforms, so I just want you to please be patient with me. I need to share this broadcast live on the other page. And so right after then, we will then begin. I want to welcome you all watching from all walls of life. And like I said, I'm just trying to send information out because it's not my real timing. So people do not expect me to be up at this time. But however, I'm here for a good reason. And this is why it is important that I go live on both platforms. So just bear with me, invite others, because this is a unique timing. I think it is now time that we spit out certain things that needs to be told and certain people needs to be aware, and we just need to carry on as life gave us. So again, I'd like to welcome you all live on this edition of the ABBA Organic Farm. Sorry, I may have taken you by a surprise, but sometimes surprises matters, especially in the messages I'm about to share. So, thank you for sharing, thank you for following. And if today is your first time, sorry, I just still need to set this up a little more here. Okay, so if today is your first time, maybe joining me, following me, or even hearing about me, I like to say thank you for joining me. And I want to encourage you to always help share my messages across the different platforms, because sometimes these messages might just help improve our livelihood. And sometimes this also is a message that will help and change a particular community or just change our society. My name is Madam Abba A. Anderson, and I'm glad to be here this morning. But I just want to pause for 2-3 minutes to encourage more people to tune in, because this is very essential. And I'm glad to be here. Facebook, I got no copyright to the song playing in the background. I got no copyright. Today morning, I want you to tag all the these are things I'm going to be talking about by the grace of God. It's not just going to be for immediate, but these things will help us as we progressed in life. Few minutes ago, let me see, it should be around 7 something now a.m. UK time. So this morning, as I was sleeping, I had a dream. And I know many people can have a dream, and many others can interpret dreams. But for me, it is important that I bring this dream to reality by expressing it out, so those that this dream might be intended for will know what to do or might take precautions. And this is an international dream that will focus on a lot of areas and might strengthen us in a lot of areas. So, like I said, if today is your first time, again, I like to say a massive welcome. This is the Abba Organic Farm platform, and I'm just sharing on 2 different pages to allow people from different pages to get the messages direct. So, around 4 to 5 a.m. this morning, I woke up onto shock. Why? Because I had a dream, and this dream came our election result. This dream came our election result. I'm talking about the Liberians election that we had October 10. So since the October 10th election, we have been expecting and waiting for people, outcomes and results and the rest of it all. But fellow Liberians, I just want to encourage you to be strong. I want to encourage you to be strong. I want you to take a pen and paper. Remember this day. I want you to mark this day and remember this day, this minute. And it is not for a wrong reason, but it is for the right reasons. The result came in. And this result, group of Liberians were not happy. Lot of Liberians were murmuring among themselves in a dream. And so I took a walk and I asked what happened. And quietly a lady told me, said, oh, the result came out, but the people cheated us. I said, oh, people cheated? She said, yes, the people cheated us. So I said, okay. But it was a sad moment. It was very quiet. It was, when I say, it was like something might have happened in a very deep way that people try to express, in their silence. Like it's been a shock. And it was like the shock have taken over the nation and people were quiet. But I want you to know that indeed these things happen. And I want you to prepare your mind. I want you to prepare your mind. Sometimes people don't think reality still exists. They think that reality is dead. No, reality is alive. You just need to believe it and accept it and start to work on it. But if you do not do that, you are in denial, not reality that is in denial. That's where we keep missing it. We think reality is dead. Reality is alive. I think a couple of months back, I came on this platform and I said, we will have election October 10, but we will have surprises far after October 10. And many of us will wake up onto shock after October 10. And I've come back again to just reinforce what I've said. To reintroduce the same word to you because nothing changed unless you change it. Nothing works unless you try to work it out. Many of us, we think that life will just work. No, it doesn't go that way. We need to work to make life work. We need to work to make life work. I said this to you all in different parties, including myself. I got party I like, but that still does not justify that things that are supposed to be put in place. If they don't put in place, there is going to be a magic. No. People will be shocked after this election. I have seen it, and I'm saying it to you. You know, in order to receive, you have to give. There's a need for sacrifice here. There's a need that the people, they love you, they want you, they like you. But your opponents have found your weakness, and they will use it as their strength. That's why we do. When you are a rival, you want to know the weakness of the other so that you can capitalize on them and then, do better than them. That's the whole ethics of life. Everybody wants to try to do better. So if you have opened a shop here and you are selling your bag of coal, because me, I'm a farmer, I will give you the example in the farming sector. You selling a bag of coal for 500, and somebody else that have just opened, they decide to get that bag of rice, bag of coal sold for 450. What do you think? People will leave your one and will go to them. What I'm trying to say here in essence is that our election will not be a free and fair election. Get this right now, because I do not want you to wake up with the shock in the morning and think it's just going to happen. No, it does not happen. Our people want you as a leader. Our people want leadership, but our people are desperately in need now. And unless you get the key principles, it's going to be a hard game. Our people need help now. They may want to vote you. They may not want to vote you, but they need answers. They need direction to the future. They need hope. And what we are not giving our people is the hope. So what happens if you don't give hope? They get hopeless. Anywhere they can get hope from is where they're going to strike on. The past election results was still temporary, and we all know it. And this is not going to be a change. Do not wake up that morning and expect that everything has gone on and is going on free and fair. Election required a bit more. It requires a bit more. You cannot fight when you don't have a backup. You must either have the strength or you must be willing to be the sacrifice for whatever you do. Look, you must be able to spend. Spending is a principle. That's why even in the Bible, you have to give in order to receive. The hands that give is the hands that receive. And it's the method that is being used in everywhere. You want something, you must pay towards it. You must purchase something. Look, I know people will say in their mind, election is unfair. Yes, it will be unfair because other people have purchased the election. What do the Liberians need now? They need good healthcare facilities. They need food. They need security. They need direction. They need peace. They need stability. Tell me if you have strategized all of those key and you put it in place mechanism. Look, let me tell you, if you think Liberians will listen to, oh, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. Yeah, some got ahead. They know there is a future ahead. But we are looking at a ratio of how many percent of people that will not want to wait to see what happens in the future. They have 5 children, they are sitting at home, they don't have food, and imagine these people are being given a income that will help solve that problem, even if it is for short term. They are satisfied with this. Even if it is a short term, they prefer it. I know it's not right, but it is true. I know it is not going to be sounding right, but it is true. We have, in fact, the majority will prefer something they can earn now. That's why when we even get a contract, the people will ask you they want some of the money now. So what is your strategy that you will use now? The people want you. That's true. The people love you. That's true. But you know what? The people need more than just that. They need direction. They need people. They need leadership. They need that leadership that will wake up to them and respond to their needs. That's the leadership the people want. So if you want to do things and you do not respond to the immediate need, the chances are 50-50. And I know many of you would not like to hear about these things, but it is true. Imagine you in that situation. Me, I'm here. I cannot be bright because why? I have an income. I know we were saying, oh, the Liberian people weak, but I mean, put yourself in that situation. You don't have food to eat. You have 4 children. One of them school fee is 1,000 or 400 or 500 plus. One of them, their feeding is, I mean, I'm not even talking about the house you're sleeping, but just even your normal feeding with man ought to set in your mouth. Tell me that you don't have it, and somebody walks to you and say, let me bribe you or let me give you this amount, please do this. It happens, and it's still happening. I think a few weeks ago, a few days ago, I was even talking about what was some of the outcome from certain people I have sent certain areas. They couldn't get back to me. Why? Because they have received. So all I'm saying in a nutshell here is that those that are so chronic, I know your feelings is so high and so tied to what you believe in. I know your feelings is so much that you want to see this thing happen their way. I want you to calm yourself down because it is changing. I saw this election thing change. Spiritually, when it's revealed, it means that you need to work both physically and spiritually. Because the election result, as we think, is going to be this time around, it's going to have a little switch in between. Unless you start to work on it. Unless you start to work on it, you will wake up. Whether it's December 15 or December 20, whatever the timing will be. Those of you who are so tired, we have our own connection when it comes to the political scene. But many of us have taken politics to another level. So our temperaments are getting high and high. Our expectation is mounting even more than the presiding ones that are meant to be the leaders. I want you all to calm down because the results are not going to be very favorable. And I'm telling you now, it's not going to work for everyone. But we need to do more. If you want to grab the mind of the people, you want them to entrust you, you want them to believe that you can do, then you need to go more. So there is nothing that you do not do All right? And expect to have it done. Sometimes it happens, that's happening in America. But when it comes to Africa election, that requires one aspect. You must spend, you must have your feet on the ground, you must be sure until you are sure. Because even those that will be taking your grips could be the one that is being bold. I know many of you, you are very sure of the outcome, but I'm not very sure of this outcome yet. And I'm telling you, I woke up because I saw the election being tampered with. The result you are expecting, people, might not be favorable. Because there are a lot of work that needs to be done, which is yet to be done. And if you must be able to fight your rival, you must know what is their weakness. You don't fight on their strength, you fight on their weaknesses. And if your rivals know your weaknesses and you and them are in competition, they will strike you and they will not chop you. I will use the typical Liberian English. If you want to govern, you need to speak the language of the people. The language that they will hear. And the language is they are hungry. The language is the people are suffering. The language is what can you do for us? I see the man, one leg is a human being. One leg is a goat leg. I don't know whether that one is a goat or how you can call this. I think if it's not goat, then no deer. Oh, the family not getting it. Deer. I'm talking about. I saw this dream a few minutes ago that woke me up to come and do this live. I saw the dream. The people are telling me in the dream that they stole the election. But they can only see when there is no security. When there is security, then the security might collapse. But in the absence of security, people steal. But where there is the president, why they have not steal from the executive mansion? Have you ever heard somebody went to the executive mansion, they stole from there? No. Even in the midst of the war, it had to take those that were there to steal from there. But no outsider that will leave from red light market. I don't care how you are the biggest support. You never walk to the mansion to steal. So in ethics, what I'm trying to say here is that you need to invest. Hey, if you don't invest, I'm telling you, you Liberians will wake up. As we all know that we all have to wake up to the truth. This election is a game plan of cash flow. It's a game plan of cash flow. This election is not going to be free, but it's going to be bought. The people know they are tired, they are hungry, they are this, they are that. But what they want is what can help them in their situation currently. And the message is clear. I saw them switch the whole election, my people. And I know some of you, y'all believe that it's not going to be possible. Y'all believe in those people that y'all think will be there. I am telling you, unless you make someone efficient, they are easily penetrated. The reasons why injection can penetrate and get to the veins and get to the flesh is because the syringe have been designed to penetrate and go into a particular area. And as this syringe, whether it go onto your skin or not, it can be penetrated even on the wall. That's what it is meant for. So if you really want to have a genuine outcome, that means you need to invest into the right people. that cannot be easily bought with a couple of dollars. Because I see them being bought. I see the result coming in. And the only thing that left out was they cheated. But who cares? After the result have been pronounced and you stay to say they cheat you, what comes out of it? What really do come out of it? You just saying it and that's it. I mean, government will take over now and start running up. And I'm saying this because if you really want to see your outcome, you need to work harder. Because it's not physical anymore. The election has gone into the spiritual realm. And I know some of you will not believe it, but it's in the spiritual realm, brothers and sisters. And I see a man, his one leg is an animal. His one leg is a human being, one leg is an animal. I've seen the man's toes look like a red deer. Pharaoh, the feet of the man, just how you see the animal paws are like this. That's how the feet is. One leg is an animal, one leg is a human being. That's the election result I saw. And I'm telling you now to get your mind prepared. You may be strongly believing in what you expect, but I want you to be pre-prepared. Because we don't want you to be shocked. Because there are going to be a lot of shock. I said this before and I'm saying it now. The results I received in my dream tells me there's some switch in the atmosphere. And this switch in the atmosphere does not yet identify the full weight of the people. Rather, there was a silent, a movement of silent dissatisfaction, but it was done. That's the ethics. That's what happens. Africa is Africa. Our people hear one word, and that is who spend most. Our people understand one language, who spend more. They know the truth, but they still will not leave the cola nuts. And no cola, once they eat of it, they don't care. So what I'm saying, in other words, this election, the man, 1 foot is a deer. The paws of this man's feet was outside. He's walking with one leg, an animal, and one leg, a human being. Resting on. That's the dream I had. That prompted me to be out and be talking to you this morning. One leg is an animal. One leg is a human. Why the human feet walk? The animal feet is walking behind it. This election is not a physical election, and people must not take it to be easy. If you really want an outcome of this election, there's so much that is spent, and I see them spending a lot more. But Liberians, the saddest thing is that after it all, one leg is an animal, one leg is a human being. I don't know the interpretation, don't ask me. But remember, one leg is an animal. One leg is a human being. If you know what that means, then take the precaution and get ready. Because the boat is rocking. It's changing. And that requires a lot more. And that means a lot of people would have to be hurt. A lot of people are going to get into silent mood. And a lot of things and a lot of expectation will be shackled down. So the election outcome is not going to be favorable. to many. Unless there is some real work that it is done before the time. But remember, man's greatest enemy is time. And if you do not respond to time, time will respond to you. If you do not respond to time, time will respond to you. You need to sow to reap. You need to sow to reap. I'm not calling you by name, by height, by color, by size. I don't mind. But if you actually want to win this election, and this is to the both parties, I see the mouths of Liberia open, waiting for a drop of water. Whoever that will give them water is the person that they will go on their side. Yeah? So some of you will have to wake up, because I see the legs, one, an animal, one, a human being. 1 feet of this person is an animal feet with the paws joking on the ground, like the way the fully talker or the black deer, red deer, whatever deer can stand. That's what I saw this morning. And people who know me will tell you what my dream means. I will not say nothing much. But I'm afraid to say that many of you that are on both platforms, Facebook, internet, and whatever, doing what you can do in the interests of your party, which I appreciate. Every party has the loyalty force, but do not take it too much into heart, because the parties need to do better and do more. And whoever that will do better, the Liberians will respond to them. I will tell you for fact, they do not care. Don't think Liberians are ready to tell you, say, okay, I will bear it. No, they said in the dream they have bared it. So whoever that will make them to smile is that person they're going for. No, if they come on the internet, they tell you, we are here my whole time. I said we visited, the whole time, yeah, we will vote for you. It's a lie. It's all rhetorics. The person that will go to them, the Nicodemus, is the person they will accept. Yeah? Do not be carried away by the crowd. Actually work your way out. And what is required? It requires sowing, meaning it requires spending. Spending on the right strategies, employing the right mindset, and be vigilant. Or else there is going to be a swap. The election is going to be a swap. And you're taking from me today, put pen and paper. We ain't got a long time. We got 2 weeks or even less than 2 weeks. I don't even know. But I'm not fighting election anyway. I'm fighting the about it. For any time they finish doing everything, we will go to do our patch. But what I'm saying to you is that if you want to unseat your enemies, you don't wait that everything sort up. They are settle everything first. You walk and see what they don't have. That's the one. When even you want to make confusion, the ugly part of the person that you're making confusion on, that's the one you will use as your point in the midst of confusion. That's how we work. Even here in Europe and America and the rest of the different continents, there will always be our rivals. But you must know the weaknesses. If spending is the weakness of your rival, then you will use it against them. And I'm telling you all that what I saw is a man. One leg is a human being. One leg is an animal. This man has one leg, a human being, and a one leg, an animal. And I woke up to silence because many were shocked. But you know what? You have to live with it. So if you do not make the appropriate adjustment after this, do not be ashamed to realize that this also will happen. Because all I'm saying to you, I have not been paid to say it. All I'm saying to you, I am not saying it because I want a particular party or I'm with a particular party which I want to dominate the rest of everything. No. I affiliate with parties. I love parties, but I like to be straight and be fair. Because I believe that if we do not say the right things will not be done. That's part of my political affiliation. Reality still stands. And that's why I'm giving you all of these words that I've seen spiritually in my dream. I am not the one that wrote it, or neither am I the one that prepared it. But I'm presenting it. I'm presenting the reality, the outcome of the result to you. If care is not been done, we will wake up with shock. Because I see Liberia getting quiet. I see the nation get quiet or a shock. Let us wake up. Change is not free. We must work to get change. God bless you. To you all. I hope you enjoy this. And I hope you sit back and fasten your seatbelt as the political time approaches. Keep all of the party leaders in prayer so that we don't get the result to the wrong hands. Because one foot is a human being. One foot is an animal. Don't know what it means, but what I saw, one foot is a human being. One foot is an animal. Wake up, Liberians. Work for future. God bless.
Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, "There's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the ABBA Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of ABBA Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For a live educative section under the topic, Let's Educate Our Farmers.